Solo Leveling Arise Overdrive, the fast-paced action RPG based on the popular Solo Leveling franchise, has just been released. Head on over to Steam to begin Sung Jin-woo's epic journey to become Shadow Monarch today.
What's up and welcome back to the Kind of Funny Gamescast for Tuesday, November 25th, 2025. Of course, I'm your host, Tim Geddes. I'm joined by Blessing Editorial Jr.
Good day, Tim.
Greg Miller.
Good day, Tim.
And Andy Cortez.
Good day, Tim.
This is the final Gamescast of this week.
Wow.
Crazy to think.
Closing time.
I'm thankful for it.
Yes.
What are you
It is
guys thankful
Thanksgiving
for?
week, so we're going to be
Sonic Frontier.
We're going to be gone.
Hell yeah.
It is nice. It's nice.
I needed something that was like comfortable and warm. We're doing quarter zips now.
You
That's
don't
new
wear
wave.
it a lot. You know what I mean?
Andy made fun of me one time.
I made fun of him once.
Yeah.
Jackals. Jackals.
If you make fun of me for something, you'll never see me in that thing ever again.
I forget what I said, but I mean, the vibe that I'm getting right now is like, it looks like he's at a monthly or like a convention or something. Like they're talking to other people about different games. It feels like he's
Trying
like
to sell
something.
Sonic Frontier to people. Yeah.
Not door to door, but like it feels like you're there to meet reps for.
It feels like, he's at, if he had a conference badge and he was at the hotel bar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'll tell you about my new startup, Sonic Frontiers.
Bless, I was
How
watching
can Sonic Frontiers help your setup?
It's a new frontier in Sonic Internet.
I was watching Raw last night, and
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre was there. He was wearing a vest, and he had two little zippers on each side of his chest.
Yeah.
And one of them was half zipped.
Yep.
And
That's
I'm
the
like,
culture.
damn, dude.
That's the culture.
Damn, Bless
That's
is
the
onto
wave.
something here
Listen,
with that
who
half
knows?
zip.
Just start paying attention. There's going to be a lot of people with quarter zips on.
Yeah. Bless is ahead of the game,
I'm ahead of the
everybody. Remember, everyone, this is the Kind of Funny Gamescast. Each and every weekday, we get together to talk about the biggest reviews, previews, and topics in video games live on YouTube, Twitch, and podcast services around the globe. If you love what we do, please support us with the Kind of Funny membership on Patreon, at YouTube, Spotify, or Apple Podcasts to get all of our shows ad-free and a daily exclusive show. For a chance to be part of this show, please YouTube Super Chat in. We're going to need them today. We're going to need your help. This is different than the last couple times we've done the 10 games to define us videos, because those, we each prepped our own lists. This one, we're coming up with the list for ourselves today with your help. So Super Chat in what games you think define Kind of Funny. We're an 11-person business, all about live talk shows. Today, you already got a Games Daily talking all about intergalactic. I always forget. Every
You
single
want to call
time.
it Interstellar?
Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet.
That's what
IHOP.
we do. Yeah, exactly.
Today after games, or then after this, we got the Arc Raider stream. If you're a Kind of Funny member, today's Greg Way is Greg's
Excited?
3
Mike's
most
going to get us into
anticipated.
trouble on Arc Raiders.
I'm excited because I haven't played in a while, and I don't think I'll be playing a whole lot just with everything else we've got. So it's like, I think Mike thinks that I'm like just super scared of combat. I'm all down. I'm super down to like.
You just
ruin
don't like the
people's face.
lying.
Well, yeah, I guess that does make me feel bad sometimes. You know,
Me.
if we're just shooting first, I'm down.
No, we like to, lead them on.
I
Okay.
like this.
Bring them into the fly trap.
You know what? Yeah, the spider web is what he normally says.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm turning a new leaf.
In what way?
He's going to be an asshole.
Evil?
I'm gonna be an asshole. I'm gonna be
Lose
an
and
asshole.
bless. I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
Oh, man. And then after that, if you are kind of, well, not after, so at some point, if you're Kind of Funny member, today's Greg Way is Greg's 3 most anticipated 2026 games. I want to hear that. Thank you to our Patreon producers, Carl Jacobs, Omega Buster, and Delaney the Psalm Twining. Start with the topic of the show. The last couple months, it feels like everybody was putting out their top 10 games that define them, and then we took that, and over the weeks we've been doing ours whenever schedule permitted to like get all the different Kind of Funny members in there, and it's been a lot of fun, a lot of learning about each other,
Yeah.
and about what makes us us. But what makes Kind of Funny Kind of Funny? That is the question. We are going to make a list of 10 games that define Kind of Funny, and it's hard because this doesn't mean our most played games. This doesn't mean our most loved games individually or any of that. We got to come up with the 10 games that define the history, the storied history of this company. What jumps to mind, Andy Cortez? I see you there, pondering, thinking.
Well, I don't know
Oh, wait.
if a lot of the audience would even agree with some of these because there's been a lot of change and turnover in audience. And based on some of the more recent episodes of Game Showdown where we ask like games about Kind of Funny, and to me, I'm like such an old head where I just think of games in party mode that really defined us, that some people go like they'll vote other shit. I'm like, really? You're not mentioning the stuff in part? So like, I would say Nidhogg 2.
That's the number one.
That's a number one draft pick. It has to be on there.
Yeah.
Nidhogg 2, hours and hours and hours and hours of content that again has extended so far beyond just those original days of Nidhogg 1.
Right.
Like I'll never forget, and this is last year, 2 years ago when we did the IGN Kind of Funny Extra Life stream, and we introduced that brand of IGN to Nidhogg 2. And the next day was like some birthday party from somebody at the company, and they showed they put a photo on social of them playing Nidhogg 2 at that birthday party. And I was like, that's the power of this game. That is how good this game is, Nidhogg 2, when you're chasing each other down, throwing things, me summoning Satan. It has to be on there.
It has to be on there. I do like starting with party mode though, Andy, because I feel like in there are at least a handful of games that we can put on the list, and maybe they don't make the final cut, but like, Bless, what pops into your mind when it comes to the party mode era?
Real quick before I lose it, I just want to what I want to do right now is just ask people in the chat and YouTube or even comments or whatever, type the number 1 if you don't even know what party mode is.
That's a very, very good thing.
The chances of that popping up in people's algorithms, who for people that have just started listening in the last year and a half, 2-3 years, like, they don't even know what that is. There's a good chance of that, you know?
That's my thing is, Tim asks what would stick out to me from the party mode era. One, party mode wasn't a thing when I was working here. And also, party mode wasn't something I watched. Like, I was in it for the podcast. Yeah, I was, like, listening to KHD and all that stuff. And so, when I think of party mode, I think of Rainbow Six. But, like, even Nidhogg 2 was not the first game that jumped to mind for me, because I'm thinking a lot about the last 6 years or, like, specific moments. Party mode isn't something that's, like, forefront of my mind.
Yeah. Yeah, Party Mode was a Let's Play series that we announced alongside Kind of Funny Games Daily at Kind of Funny Live 3, and it was mainly 4 players. Usually it would be me, Andy, Nick, and Greg doing some type of multiplayer game, whether it was competitive co-op or whatever, and Andy would edit them and add a lot of funny bits and stuff, and definitely a fan favorite show that you can still watch of ours on youtube.com/kindoffunnygames channel.
I do have one that is, because I don't think this is a party mode. I think this might have just been a Let's Play, but it is very much pre me joining Kind of Funny. Emily is Away.
Yeah.
I think that for me was like such a locked in, a must watch Let's Play from the first few years of KF being a thing.
Yeah, and that one I think is special for a lot of different reasons. But yeah, Greg and I doing the full stream of it, the game meaning a lot to us, that also us, I think, being able to platform that game in a way. Like it's one of the few games that Nidhogg 2, other people have played that, but like Emily is Away is like tied to us, I think, way more so than a lot of the other games.
Because God, we got so drunk.
So way too drunk. Even with a lot of the party mode games, like a lot of that just came from what did Achievement Hunter do? What's our spin on that? You know.
Every time I see this, and I don't even think it was this one. I think about even the second one. I think of like a certain conversation you had.
No, you don't. You don't think about that.
Off, right?
Nobody thinks about that. Nobody thinks about that conversation. That didn't happen. It didn't happen.
I won't say one.
We all know.
If you're an audio listener and you can't, and you've missed, you don't know, Emily is Away is this interactive narrative adventure where it's all done through an instant messenger window, and specifically old school AOL instant messenger. I forget what year it's set, but you see the Kings of Leon thing there.
The graduation cover art right there. So that at least 2007.
So like it's a place in time. All of these as you went through and played them. I think this is Emily. Yeah,
Emily West 2.
Yeah, exactly. Great game.
What a
fantastic game.
Because I think of like what the modern era could be if we found a rhythm with Pico Park. Like that could become a classic sort of. In 5 years, people going, "Oh, Pico Park 2 is such a Kind of Funny game." You know?
Yeah,
sure.
I already kind of feel like it is, just because of how special every time we've played it has been, and the fact that it is the entire squad, and us even dressing up and stuff. I just feel like there's enough like identifiable things about it that like people yearn for the Pico Park.
Yeah.
Nidhogg 2 and Emily is Away, I think, are locks.
Yes.
So I've put them on the numbered list. Pico Park I'm putting on the unnumbered list. So we can continue to talk
I appreciate that.
Here's what
one I want to throw out because I'm going to forget it. Super Mario 3D World.
Yes. Yeah, those were some pretty memorable pandemic streams.
Yeah.
A lot of yelling.
4-part classic. 12 hours of insanity. Don't get the Daduki, you know?
Don't get the Taduki. Don't get the Taduki, too. Those need, I think Roger edited those down at one point and put them on like the highlights channel.
I'm not sure, but I do know that during the Thanksgiving break, you had the great idea to just have a live stream of a bunch of old classic kind of funny content playing so people can just watch on Twitch the whole time. And Joey and I have been making a playlist, and those streams in order are all going to be part of it.
Oh,
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
At some point, you can check that out.
That was a disaster because we were playing a Mario game before Nintendo fixed their online and made things, marginally better. But this was like every action you would, for a precision platformer, every action we were hitting was milliseconds late. And it was just so hard, man. It was such a hard game to play.
And we did the final challenge, the Champions Road or whatever it was called. And that was crazy, but we locked in and we got it done.
It was a breaking point.
I
man.
forgot all about this, but I remember it now that you're talking about it, and I remember it being a big COVID thing. Yeah,
It would knock me out for the whole day because when I was done, after all the screaming, I would just be I'm spent.
In the live chat, Ron Q21 says Nick's stupid beanie. I had to read it. You see him, you got to say it. See something, say something.
Jason A says, "Blessed and playing RE7 also comes to mind."
Oh yeah, that was.
I mean, there was definitely some memorable stuff during extra live streams or during just kind of funny day streams.
Now, here in the chat, Foxy Steve with a super chat says, "When I think of kind of funny, I think of Warzone with the Jabroni Boys."
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
That's a good call.
that was something I wanted to bring up as somebody who knows how much Call of Duty has been played here, of what we feel, where do we feel, what won, that kind of thing.
I think we have to put Warzone.
I think just sheer amount of numbers. I think it wins in numbers wise.
I think the Jabroni Boys were born. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With war in the zone.
Good point. It's a good point.
Because it was it was gonna. I was gonna say it was the kind of funny streams during the day, and then we would stream at night because we were stuck in the pandemic without much to do, and that was our lives.
And I think this is foreign, tell me if I'm wrong, to people who would be newer around here, but that was Nick's introduction to becoming a gamer.
Oh, for
he
sure.
played Deus Ex and stuff like that, and we would joke around, but Nick didn't play games recreationally until Warzone, and he got obsessed with
Absolutely,
it.
yeah.
And he wanted a $7,000 computer.
Yeah,
he wanted
two of them.
He wanted 2 graphics cards.
God, he's such a disaster. I'm going to throw it out there that is going to be a lock. It's a bit of a stretch, but just a bit, because it's not technically a video game, but it is a game.
Are you going to do what I was going to do?
I think
Lightning
so.
reaction.
Lightning reaction, baby.
That's a good call.
We got it. Oh, that freaking song, man.
If you are new around here and don't remember Lightning Reaction is a game of skill.
Oh, okay.
Where
He's not wrong.
Thank you very much, Barrett. I'm trying to think if we have anywhere that I can't spell either. Lightning reaction. I'm trying to find a video. Yeah, no, nothing's coming up for kind of funny. Anyway, so it's a 4-player game IRL where you grab a silver thing with a button on it, you hold it, and you hit the button, and when the button changes colors and the song stops, you buzz in, and the first person to buzz in doesn't get shocked, and the other 3 people get shocked. And the shock is more intense than you think it would be.
Oh, yeah. The chat's also bringing up an amazing answer. Connect between 3 and 5.
Oh shit! Damn, yeah. Now we're going outside of video games, and I kind of like that.
It's kind of accurate, though.
Yeah. Connect between 3 and 5. Connect 3. What was it called?
Connect between 3 and 5.
Connect between 3
Yeah,
and 5.
that was a big one. I mean, that was a long
play.
That was a long play, about a year's long worth of playing.
What about Warboat?
Warboat was a good follow up. A lot of
Warboat
people
took such a long time.
A lot of people really understate the importance of Warboat, but that was a really, really important one. Elden Ring, I think I've seen some people mention Elden Ring. I think those were some really memorable co-op streams between me, Nick, and Mike.
A really good answer I saw pop up a couple times that is a little different than the list we've been making, but I really believe in it, is Last of Us. Because I feel like Last of Us has been such a defining thing for the editorial side of Kind of Funny. Like Greg doing the spoiler cast, whether it's back at IGN with Colin or being able to do those interviews with
with Laura and Ashley and Troy and Neil.
Yeah, like the amount of coverage we did for Last of Us and continue to do with the show and all of that. Like I do feel like that game very much is a huge core tenet of Kind of Funny.
Interesting.
From a different perspective than just
I think you're
games
right.
we're playing together, you know?
This is navel gazing for sure. I saw somebody else say it in the chat too, so I know I'm not crazy, but when you were like a game that isn't a video game, I inhaled. I was going to say Game Showdown. Like, do we count? Would we count something that is our own thing?
I mean, fuck it, why not?
We put on the show
list. I like
I mean, I feel like we can make another list that's just the non-video game list.
It's so funny because there's going to be like 2 different lists for the podcast listeners and for the stream watchers.
See, that's my thing. Because as I hear you guys talk about, I'm like, none of these games really apply to me. You know what I mean? Like, Emily is away. Obviously, I watched it. I fucking loved all that shit, right? But like, I look at Mario 3D World, Warzone, even Lightning Reaction feels before my time. And when I think about the games that define us, I guess I do think more of the editorial side of like. I mean, Elden Ring was one that Andy brought up a second ago, but I would say that, and even Sifu being a game that I think. And correct me if I'm wrong for the people watching. I feel like we rode for Sifu more than most other outlets rode for Sifu. Like that game clicked with all of us in a way where we were like, "Yo, this shit is a game of the year contender."
That's a great call out.
And like, I would see people in chat that are like, "Yo, other people don't love this game as much as you guys do."
Let me triple check. I feel like Sifu was in our top 4 that year.
I mean, it
must have been.
What year was that? 2022. Yeah, Sifu was our number 3 of 2022 behind Elden Ring and God of War Ragnarok.
Oh God, no! I literally hate the sound.
That's the one right there.
Man,
somebody would be getting shocked right now, and then if nobody does it, they all get shocked.
Oh God!
Great. Let's play around.
And like, I will like even just.
I doubt the batteries are fresh. You'll be fine.
Just like content wise,
I
like
hate this so much.
The Sifu race.
Yeah, I don't want the smoke.
Shut up!
The Sifu race was fantastic,
and that was like such a big first part of like.
So you press it as soon as it goes.
Yeah.
Off. Okay.
And it's one of those. Sometimes I forget the rules anymore. If it might be the one where the first person doesn't get shocked and everybody does. There was a weird thing. It doesn't matter. You'll be fine. Hit it early for a treat.
No.
shit!
The battery is definitely charged.
The batteries are very charged.
Y'all were lucky. Y'all were lucky I wasn't around for this.
I think
that was easy.
I think I farted.
I've never been so locked in my life. My eyes are closed. I'm just thinking about.
But this is like LeBron, Michael Jordan. I was another level when we first were playing this game. All right. Now I'm old.
Now you've
All right,
got
Grandpa.
you don't have
You know what I mean? I can't fuck
time.
it up.
I've been playing Tekken. I'm ready for this shit.
Chat has been bringing up our Metal Gear playthrough, but I feel like doing a series is cheating. I feel like we got to pick one Metal Gear. But and for me, it's a game that we didn't even do for that series, which is 5. I think of Metal Gear Solid 5 when I think of Kind of Funny.
I think that actually
we had
is a good one.
on that, remember?
Yeah, I think going back to 2015, you think about the amount of Kind of Funny content that's made it on Metal Gear Solid 5, and then full circle to us doing the streams, replaying through the whole series,
and then not playing that game.
Remember when I was going to platinum it on that stream? People were writing in like, Rick, you can't even possibly do that.
Yeah. Wow, that was a crazy shock. I still feel it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Good job, Kevin, with the new batters. I appreciate that.
Oh, you asshole.
I'll never feel that feeling. You know?
Joey says they now play this at the family Thanksgiving lightning reaction.
Oh.
I like that. I like that a lot.
One that I want to throw out there from the party mode era that when I think of party mode, immediately pops into my mind is the what's up, Tim? What's up, Tim? Super sports matching.
Super sports matching, yeah.
That was one that, like, when I was driving and thinking about this, like, super sports matching for me, like, that is a definitive party mode streaming game. When I did the first Kind of Funny Pear Schneider Invitational tournament or whatever, I did it, and that was like the definitive thing. Like, that is that is so old.
But it's like accurate though. We did it so many times. The Kind of Funny World Championship was like bred with super sports matching. Andy won it for what was it, 10 hours?
Yeah, y'all took it from me immediately.
Like we would do that anytime we had the chance to like perform on stage. That's what we were playing. And that's another example of a game that I feel like I don't say put on the map, but like that was
we talked and played that game in a way nobody else did. I never heard of it.
It's still wild to think about that. Like, it was such a long time ago, but it is still in the beard era of Greg.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's still post growing out the beard. I'm getting the time code for what's up, Tim.
I'm trying to.
near the very, very end.
You're gonna send it to
like that is like that's such a iconic core. What is kind of funny? It's a stupid song playing and Nick and Greg just adding words to it and everyone joining in and bullying me. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. God forbid we make you famous.
God forbid.
We make this kid fucking matter. I gotta hear about it.
Fucking better, dude.
I don't think so. I think it doesn't matter. I think it was your warning. Sure, he started a little bit ahead, but I think that whole area doesn't matter. Is like
Oh, that's
starting
bullshit.
area.
Nick is tied with me, I think. Oh my god, we're tied. Oh my god. Oh, we can't focus up, Tim. What's up, Tim? Whoa! Tim. What's up, Tim? Hey! What's up, Tim? What's up, Tim? Whoa! Tim. What's up, Tim? Hey! What's up, Tim?
It's a different era. We
All right.
I miss party mode.
Party mode was so much fun. I wish Andy would just do it again.
Oh man.
Oh god, that was fun. I see for party mode, like it's interesting. So the What's Up Tim, I obviously know this song, but I couldn't have told you what game it was, and it's similar to Blackberries, where I don't remember when I was singing about Blackberries what game we were playing.
Blackberries.
They taste so good.
Battle Sloths.
Was it really?
Yeah. The Rooster Teeth published Battle Sloths.
Yeah.
Wow.
Give me those blackberries. They taste so good. And it just, I don't know why you were even saying, give me those blackberries. Like, there wasn't an item in the game.
No. It wasn't game related. That's why it wouldn't make any sense to it. Yeah. God, yeah.
The Faking It episode is also one I think about often. But again, like we are, like Bussy was mentioning, I think of the people that watch gameplay and the people that care about editorial. And usually the people that care about gameplay also care about the podcast and the talk shows, but
the other way is not true necessarily.
The people who listen to podcasts rarely watch Let's Plays.
Ron's saying it was Killer Queen, which would make sense because there's the berries in Killer Queen.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right. You're
I feel
right.
like that could be an answer.
Killer Queen did have a decent amount of.
I feel like it had a moment, but like it didn't last as long as it should have.
I do think that one has.
We expected that to go on.
It has the dual angles though, where we did. I agree that we didn't go on as long as I expected it to, but also that was one where we talked about it on Gamescast when it was an arcade game.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And like, I feel like the editorial coverage of that game, like most people weren't talking about that, right?
We played it at E3.
Yeah.
That was the game we were
stoked about
playing
it.
where we discovered that one footprint where we can shut off the studio.
I don't think it should be on the list, but in a similar thing of like, remember berries? Do you remember this? I want to give an honorable mention to iDarb.
Oh yeah.
If iDarb is one of those that we did, and we did this like this is like the first weeks. We're covering it there, but it's all of us with Portilla, with Colin in the living room. Like, and I remember this was the one where when we had just left IGN. I was so like, oh man, are people going to care about us? And I'm like, well, and Xbox sent us so many fucking controllers.
This was the beginning of Xbox having an endless amount of plastic. Where I swear to God, they sent us like 15 controllers for this, and they haven't stopped sending them since.
Thank God. God bless. I love the controllers.
Put a back button on them. Put some back paddles on this.
So I think shout out to iDarb because that was one we played a lot of for a long time.
And one I want to give a shout out that's like similar era that you just have no memory of, and it blows my mind that you don't. It's Video Ball. Video Ball was so much freaking fun. Such a simple game. It was made by
Dave Lang, right? You said
Tim.
Tim Rogers.
Tim Rogers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
And it was awesome, and it was definitely one of those games that like we use this to settle beefs and debates and stuff. But maybe it was more of a me and Colin thing. I don't know, but we played the hell out of it.
I vaguely remember this. Yeah.
When we did this and we launched, and there was just the four of us. We did so many different multiplayer things for multiplayer
every day.
And all stuff.
Yeah, we never quite became the like. I think we had a lot of beef, settling in stuff like Mario Party and stuff, and the meme of everybody annoying Joey and Joey getting really mad at Nick and stuff.
Mario Party, we do have to have a conversation about putting on this.
Yeah, but when I think of other just kind of fun multiplayer games with party mode stuff, I think of Towerfall. I think that was also another big one. The Maddie Makes Games for Celeste developer.
We played that forever.
Towerfall being one of the like premier games on Ouya.
That's right.
Like that was that was one of the games where it's like you have an Ouya, you have to get Towerfall. And for those of y'all who don't know what Ouya is, let's tell you a tale.
I'm getting 2 recommendations from one Joey Noel. Great recommendations. Again, leaning more towards the party mode era. But like mount your friends.
Oh, right.
100%.
Yeah.
That's one that I think of.
Yeah,
Jesus
Greg
Christ.
climbing on.
This is
the
a classic one too, because we went back to this in different eras too. Like, I remember we put Roger's face on this at some point. So,
Some kind of
And then
employee
in a
violation
similar
there.
vein, one that we go back to, and one that is finally getting a sequel soon. Oh, I clicked on the wrong video. Is one Ultimate Chicken Horse.
Ultimate Chicken Horse.
yeah.
That is one that we often would go back to just for like normal streams.
Yeah,
and-
we still play that all the time.
Yeah.
And so this is an interesting one where I think we need to go through super chats, obviously, and we need to have a real conversation. But Bless bringing up like you don't think of mount your friends for kind
No,
of
not really. No.
So I think it's interesting if we should have a conversation about, are we trying to do like 5 and 5? 5 games that would define us playing games, 5 games that define coverage, or I don't even know. But you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Something
yeah.
like that. It's an open conversation with you, the audience out there.
the podcast group and
I feel like that would make
and the
sense.
stream group. Because when I think of like podcast group, I think Bless nails it with Sifu. I think
I'll put out Rocket League. I feel like Rocket League was a moment when that came out in 2015.
Team Fat, too. They
Team
launched
Fat
it.
being in there.
Such idiots.
That's so interesting because Rocket League.
And maybe I'm thinking of like the one episode of PS I Love You where you guys
Well,
talked about it.
Rocket League was the thing where Rocket League, we felt you're talking about being on the ground floor of something.
Yeah.
Rocket League was, Colin went and played it at that E3 and came back on our shows and was like, dude, Dunham's game, that fucking car or soccer thing's awesome. And then we had Dunham, Jeremy Dunham, of course, the man who gave me my start at IGN, and then Doug Perry, who was running PR for it at the time, came to the spare bedroom. And we played it there, and it was like, I liked it. I was like, what the fuck? Like, why would I like a rock? And it was like, wait, this game's special. And then like the PlayStation Plus deal happened, and then it came out, and then it became like worldwide phenomenon. But it was one of those ground level things we did before it was like, oh shit, hold on. Nobody knew at the time Rocket League was cool.
on the podcasting side, Shaggy Sasquatch makes a great call. Not in a positive way, but I think of Marvel's Avengers. KF and especially Greg were the largest voice about that game.
Sadly,
Similar vein, Starfield.
I was gonna say if we start going into the podcast games, it's gonna get into games that everyone else hates that Greg doesn't. Friday the 13th came up over there, and I also think that is a
Predator
first
Hunt Grounds.
ballot.
I want to keep going on this, but first we're going to take a quick word from our sponsor.
The wait is over. Solo Leveling Arise Overdrive, the action RPG based on the popular Solo Leveling franchise, is now available on Steam. As I previously mentioned, I'm a huge Solo Leveling fan, and this game comes at the perfect time as everyone is patiently waiting for the next season of the anime. But now I can dive into this world and feel what it's like to actually be Sung Jin-woo as he continues to fight to become the strongest hunter. And I can even join up to 3 friends for some co-op raids to defeat incredible bosses and see who really is the best. If you don't know the story, players will work their way up as Sung Jin-woo, an E-ranked nobody that no one wants in their raiding party, clawing their way up to becoming the powerful Shadow Monarch. Players can create their own version of Sung Jin-woo, customizing playstyles, skills, and even appearance, so you can create your own ideal version who really stands out from the crowd. Solo Leveling Arise Overdrive is available now on Steam, so get ready to experience Sung Jin-woo's next adventure.
This episode is brought to you by Aura Frames. There's a gift that can bring your favorite holiday traditions and memories to life every single day, and it's called the Aura Frame. No lie, Aura Frames are undeniably the best gift I have ever given. Families, friends, partners, everyone loves being able to have beautiful frames showing off their loved ones and favorite memories. Plus, you can order the frame online and preload it with photos and videos using the Aura app, so it's ready to go right out of the box. There's unlimited storage, so you can add as many photos and videos as you can find. For a limited time, visit auraframes.com and get $45 off Aura's best-selling Carver matte frames, named #1 by Wirecutter, by using the promo code KINDAFUNNY at checkout. That's auraframes.com, promo code KINDAFUNNY. This exclusive Black Friday Cyber Monday deal is their best of the year, so order now before it ends. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout. Terms and conditions apply. That's auraframes.com, promo code kinda funny.
Two I want to bring up from the earliest days possible of Kinda Funny. Super Smash Brothers for Wii U and Mario Kart 8.
Okay.
And I feel like the Smash Wii U stuff, I feel like if we can count a franchise, I'd put Smash on there, just like the overall, even if it's us reacting to all the different character reveals and all that stuff. But I think Mario Kart 8 has to be on the list because Mario Kart 8 and then 8 Deluxe have been played the entire time of our legacy. Anytime we do streams, Mario Kart's always a go-to. The infamous Zyger battle, right? Greg's try to keep up stuff. The hot
community
pepper.
tournaments that you guys would like hold it. Like I remember playing those when I was still at IGN. Shit.
Yeah,
like it's a big part of the history.
But the hot pepper gaming stuff was like that. The reviews were one thing, but like if we were adding it to a game, it would have been Mario Kart 8.
Didn't we do that?
We did.
Yeah. Okay.
And it fucked me up.
Yeah, I'll find that.
We did it multiple times. We did it live at Let's Play Live Chicago. And it sucked.
One I'll throw out there.
Hold on, can we watch the end of the Zyger video I just sent through, Barrett? It's not time code. It's ours.
Yeah, I'm finding the exact time for it.
I just keep fucking up. God
Fuck,
damn it,
here's
Greg.
the red shell bullshit.
Oh my god, Greg.
Look at that quality.
Greg's
oh my
holding a
god.
fucking solid lead, and he's hit every single
Kevin
one of the
shoutcasting.
speed boosts on this track. He's going. The end is in fucking sight.
Shit.
Oh shit! Hit by
Three red
three.
shells.
Oh my god! There's 3 red shells. This is the fucking most upsetting thing ever.
Fuck you! Fuck everything!
5 red shells. Fucking blue shell. How is Zyger not past him? Still.
So good.
I can't.
Mark,
That was unbelievable.
Yeah.
saying that I still did it.
That's
Zyger
beautiful.
sucks so bad. We love you, Zyger. I put a hot pepper one in there too. We can keep going. Sorry.
One of the ones I'll throw out there because live reactions are obviously such a big part of what we do, right? Live reactions, reviews, and the overall just discussion about video games. I think one of the games that shines among all three of those things is God of War 2018.
Oh.
I think God of War 2018 had such a reaction to it, and then you jump forward to like even Greg during the review talking about it being maybe his favorite game of all time kind of thing, and how that's. And I think there's like it also persists as a game that all of us adore, right? None of us are like, oh yeah, whatever, God of War 2018. I think all of us kind of look at that as like, damn.
Yeah, that was a special one. And we talk about like trying to recapture the magic and how 2018 is still like it was a little too special for that moment.
Yeah.
I also think of like we've talked about Smash already, but not only just from the gameplay side of it, but from the reactions and the laptop moment.
Totally.
And all
Oh,
that
yeah.
stuff.
Sora with me and
Sora.
Bless.
I feel like Smash Ultimate is on the list.
For character reveals alone. I mean, like, no other game are we excited to wake up at 6 a.m. to react to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's that in Pokemon. Like, that's it. And even then, it's like, it's a struggle.
I mean, even Pokemon.
Is Pokemon Scarlet on the list?
No,
I don't think so, but I like
They got Greg in.
We did.
And now he's the #1 voice.
It's true. I'm the worst new generation of Pokemon fans here. Thanks to God. Don't forget that DLC's coming up in December. Everybody, I'll be excited to cover it. Will Tim? Or does he have to go to Lamaz? You know what I mean?
To go to where?
Lamaz. Lamaz.
Oh.
They said it funny.
Oh,
I think you just had a bunch of cotton balls in your mouth.
I think if there's any Pokemon game, it's the Fire Red, whatever version Nick played for the original Nick line.
Oh, yeah. And this is where it is. So stick with me. I want to have a conversation. I think you can nebulously get away and say Smash Brothers.
I'm down
Because it includes Wii and it includes, but it's like Smash Brothers has always been a thing around here from everywhere. But like, yeah, Pokemon, I think it gets weird where you'd have to pick one.
I'm with you. That for some reason that makes sense to me.
Okay. It's like pornography. You see it, you know it.
Well, I think a lot of it too is like Smash Wii U and Smash Ultimate aren't that different.
Yeah.
You know, it's like same as Mario Kart 8, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
I want to go and watch that Everything Is Here trailer again.
Hell yeah.
Or Everyone Is Here.
It's the greatest thing.
Make me feel something real quick.
Yeah.
Even the first time when we heard that
When it
Smash was
Splatoon.
coming, when it was Splatoon, the fire in the eye, of, like Jared Petty reacting with us, like that was crazy. 2018, it ended with, oh my God, take me back.
What about Breath of the Wild? No?
I mean, the thing is, I actually don't think we did. I think we did a bad job covering that game.
I agree.
It was a different time, different era. There were so much less people to talk about things, right?
Yeah,
so
100%.
and especially even then with like Nintendo codes and then Switch being as fresh and brand new as it was, Colin straight up hated it.
Yeah, Colin, he's like, I'm not going to buy a Switch. He's like, oh,
yeah.
So it was you
like,
and me, and we had like that conversation after that one flight where I did it.
Yeah.
But even like, I know it sounds crazy now, but like collaboration still wasn't nearly as easy as it is now. Like getting an IGN person to or a GameSpot in the middle of the day to our office. No, it was before we were zooming people in left and right.
Yeah, and like even just the coverage, I think in terms of just Switch launch was just really hard in terms of just access and stuff. Like I remember IGN. The entirety of that company got one code for Breath of the Wild. So I think just in terms of just where everybody was at. So that's crazy.
I hear Pear still hates it. He's still mad about it.
Yeah, it's tough because like I feel like the moment we get to the editorial side, it's to have the games be like something that defines us. It can't just be the one thing. It can't just be like the review. It needs to have,
Dastro 4 has it, Parasite Eve.
See, I was thinking about Parasite.
A game we've never played it. We've psyched ourselves into wanting a remake so bad.
So, okay, let's start with the editorial list right now, the podcasting editorial side of things. Last of Us, God of War 2018. A lot of that also having to do with like Cory Barlog's spoiler cast and like how great that was.
MGS5.
Yeah.
MGS5 I think is a great one because it spans both streaming stuff where we, for some reason Konami let us do exclusive streams of that game that have a ton of views, and then coverage, and then impact, and then I'm probably getting.
We all love that game.
I'm getting weird with it too, where I would think that like it stands in for all the other Metal Gears, which I know is kind of cheating, but I think it encompasses the Metal Gear playthrough.
I think a Metal Gear has to be on the list.
Yeah.
So I think MGS5.
I think by default it has to be 5, just because of all of that legacy.
Yeah, for those of y'all that don't know and weren't watching back then, like Greg, Colin, and Tim and Nick had just left IGN and then formed Kind of Funny, and then for some reason Konami and Hideo Kojima were like, do you all want the exclusives on everything?
I just asked. I'm like, yeah, that's cool.
Crazy.
They're like, but they were like,
insane.
They were like, but would you mind if your videos also went up on GameSpot? And I was like, no, we don't mind. That'd be awesome. We will 1000% take that deal, please.
That's such a wild thing to even think about.
I remember the graphics package of those Let's Plays, right?
Yeah.
Did you have the codec thing going on?
We went hard.
Yeah.
Like for me, that was the first. Now, I know those weren't the first Let's Plays. Well, those are the first Let's Plays I remember standing out like that from Kind of Funny.
Yeah. One game that I want to shout out that I feel it gets just a little complicated because it's more franchise, and I also don't feel bad putting the franchise here. It's Death Stranding because the streams, the treadmill streams, and all that stuff, like the effort that Roger put in. But then the song, I feel like that's the thing too. It's like you guys going to Japan and gifting Kojima, all that stuff. Like I feel like Death Stranding
goes big.
Exactly. There's so much there that I feel like Death Stranding has to make the list. It gets weird because it's 1, 2, whatever.
I
but
think
like,
2 is the one. I mean, 2 is the thing that I think encompasses most of that stuff, and even them playing the first Death Stranding wasn't that was leading into 2, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was all part of the ramp up to it.
Yeah,
that's a good point. I tossed that Metal Gear,
but I mean to give some credit to 1 as well. I feel like
this is what you're talking about, right?
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Death Stranding 1.
God, we're awesome.
The comments hated us so much because I used night vision the entire time. Because they were very much like, show the game. And I'm like, no, I'm playing the game. Not to mention, I filmed it weeks before. There was nothing I could do. But
correct me if I'm wrong. Death Stranding 1 was the review that kind of kickstarted Kind of Funny's, I guess, current idea of reviews, where it is, all right, we got a whole panel of people that have played this game. We're going to talk about it together.
Was it?
I remember Death Stranding being like a big shift in how you guys did that.
Okay.
Because it led to a really fascinating conversation, being able to have 4 people that actually played the video game.
Well, we always wanted to. Like that, it was never... It's just, did we have access? Did we have enough people that were playing and wanted to talk about it, right?
Yeah.
I think that's the difference is around that time, we had enough editorial voices to be able to actually
make it happen.
Because like before then, it really was just, I was the only one even interested in playing Nintendo games for the most part, right? And then I feel like PlayStation games, if there was that big first-party title, then we would have discussions like that. It's just those were rarer at the time.
Yeah, for sure.
And Xbox wasn't really doing anything.
They're putting out Recore.
That's true. That's true. They
Good
did
game,
do that.
man.
What super chats do we have? Do we have a good suggestion?
We got a
there?
ton of super
Okay.
chats. Yeah. So Krabby Patty says Ultimate Chicken Horse. Got that there. Dave Bro says Andy going into his asshole gamer era. Sick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see that on the stream later. Set Nuggy says, where are we putting Sinatu Nerdle? And I feel like that definitely like
Oh.
That's in,
belongs
the,
there.
That's in the Game Showdown, the Lightning Reaction list, if that's a separate list.
Because that has taken over the hearts and minds of this company in a way that I don't think anyone at this desk understands. I don't even know what this game is. I have a vague concept, Andy.
Yeah.
But like I don't know what it looks like.
It's 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon sort of thing. You just like you name a movie, and you know if the actor's so and so, then you name a movie that another actor is in that movie with. Like it's just kind of like linking
playing
movies
against
together.
They're playing against somebody online, so it is all right. They say Robert Downey Jr. and then you have to say, I forget if it's the movie.
Well,
or if
no,
you're saying
they start with a movie.
Yeah.
Like the game
game.
will start with like a newer movie or something, and then whoever goes first has to name another movie that's related in terms of director,
Somebody who worked on it
actor,
or was
like
in
just
it.
somebody who worked on it, and then it's you guys going back and forth. Just can you name another movie that's linked to the last?
And you can't
movie?
repeat the same actor or the same person 3 times.
Yeah.
And it ends up being just like who can name an 80s French film or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, Roger, Nick, and Joey, both on stream, but especially off stream, are just playing this nonstop.
Sure. Yeah.
Like, it's endless.
Nick
It's
walking
been a
around
while.
with the
That
fucking
fu-
football.
That fucking football.
Andy, where's the football? Where'd you put it? I know you. I know you're hiding it.
We
Greg,
got
go long.
Oh, Overcooked is such a good call out from Kebab.
Overcooked is great. Yeah.
Shit, that's a great call out.
Harrison says, grateful for the KF crew keeping me sane every day. Truly feels like a family. Thank you so much.
Thanks for
This is a fun
here for.
episode. I saw someone in the chat saying like this is a great one to like learn the history of Kind of Funny if you are newer here. Corey Pichu says the easiest answer would be the Mario 3D World streams. They were peak.
Wow.
Great. You just missed out. Was
It's
it
not
the
that-
Ben time?
No. It was COVID, right?
Ben was COVID.
I mean, I'm
right?
in the same boat as Greg.
I guess he was. Yeah. I guess it's not. It's just. It's like anything else at this office, where for the most part, if you're not on the content, you don't hear about the content. So it's not. I just didn't realize it resonated this much to where people are like, "This is." I love these kind of conversations to hear what the audience thinks, because it is that thing of like, "Oh yeah, I never would have thought about that. I knew it was people liked it, but I don't."
And it's not one of the things where we were in a studio and you could hear yelling and the excitement. We were just offline. Like you guys weren't in the call.
Like
so
reviewing a game, or I'm recording PSLV. While
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
happening.
But those were I'm excited to see those get played on the Twitch stream during the Thanksgiving break.
Kebab says Pokemon Emerald for the Nick Lock. Oh, it was Fire Red, but we'll let that slide.
Yeah.
Foxy Steve says, when I think KF, I think Warzone with the Jabroni boys. And then Loyal Freak says, recent KF, I'm honestly thinking Death Stranding 1 or 2. Those marathon streams became instant classics. Definitely. Melodic Quest says, Greg being obsessed with Life is Strange 1 is what got me to try it at a time when I've never played narrative-based games. Life is Strange is one of my all-time favorite games.
That's so funny because I was about to bring up Life is Strange. I don't think it makes the list, but I think that's one where
Honorable mention.
It's definitely an honorable mention of a thing that whenever a new Life is Strange game would come out, PS I Love You would kind of light up as far as the conversation goes, especially me, you, and Janet.
You, me, and Janet, yeah.
I have a weird one that is one of those probably like an outside looking in, but I think of a game that awakened something in some of us and turned on people to new things.
I like this.
And we even had a fucking podcast about it. Bloodborne.
Bloodborne has to be on the list.
We had a podcast just about Bloodborne with me, Blessing, Brian Altano, and Greg Miller during the pandemic. Like, because it was Greg's first time playing it, and it was my first Souls games. I think Blessing's first Souls game, and sort of this communal thing of all of us kind of slowly awakening and going like, oh shit, these actually are the best games of all time.
And iconic Kind of Funny Let's Plays. Like when we're talking about the first month of Kind of Funny, like
you're right.
Colin making Galvatron, and the Yarnum Nugs and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like that was like some of the earliest like KF memes that there were.
Right. And then thinking back to Greg streaming that on one of the Kind of Funny streams, maybe it was an Extra Life, I forget.
Tam coming in to help.
Yeah, and then that just sort of turning into,
Souls Mania.
Yeah, Souls Mania was just
Immediately playing Sekiro after that. Andy playing Dark Souls.
Yeah, just turning me onto a completely
Elden
different
Ring
genre.
taking over.
Because prior to that, like for people that have just started listening recently, I was obviously a part of the community as a fan for way before I joined, and every comment in every big podcast was, why the fuck don't these guys play Souls games? Why aren't they playing Dark Souls? Why aren't they playing and it was like the Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 ratcheted up to 1 million for all of those years of like, man, they're still not playing this? Oh, come on. This list is like not valid if they don't have Dark Souls 3 in there or, Demon Soul or whatever the hell. So it's like that there was a big turning point with Bloodborne and kind of how a lot of us view games and review games.
And like, it's not even just afterwards we played Dark Souls and Elden Ring and all that stuff. I think afterward it just changed how we played action games in general. Where we're playing Stellar Blade, we're playing Liza P, we're playing like the amount of games that we cover on that side of action now has expanded so much, and that is because of Bloodborne.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Good video game.
Very good video game.
Zanfair says Elden Ring, Smash Brothers, Mario 3D World, Mario Party for streams, Last of Us, God of War, and Spider-Man for spoiler cast. Sifu for KF's hype for it. There's a lot there that I think is really, really good. Spider-Man, I think, is an interesting one to bring up, right?
Yeah.
Shirtless
Spider-Man
Shirtless
2.
Spider-Man.
Oh,
Yeah, like the shirtless Spider-Man, very important. But also, that is a game that I do feel like we covered well. That we did like really like have a plan and like we went all out. The spoiler cast with Brian Intihar, like, yeah, we really like kicked that game's ass.
Spider-Man 1 or 2? 2.
Again, I think putting 1 in there includes the second one, which I know is cheating.
I feel like shirtless Spider-Man supersedes all of it. Like the lead into Spider-Man 1.
Yeah.
Because I remember that vividly of like
we didn't do much for shirtless Spider-Man and shirtless Miles Morales except for like that one photo shoot.
Yeah.
And that still got him in Spider-Man.
But when I think about Spider-Man 1, I think about every KFGD where Greg would or shirtless Spider-Man would come through.
Yeah, that was a saga for sure.
Yeah, I do like
tough.
that. I do like that.
So there's just a lot of games.
We're going through the super chats. We're listing them. I'm bolding the ones we're all like, oh yeah.
They should have bold Sifu.
Furry B says the MGS streams connected me with y'all, kept me alive during the Ponderosa. Thanks for subbing, you furry bastard.
Oh,
Thank you very much.
Furry bastard.
Sol says Nick Lock, specifically the first run. Kebab says one day Lightning Reacts will fry some equipment. I really hope not. MC Platypus says the 2021 Game of the Year list does not lie. The KF crew loves Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. We do.
Yeah.
Good ass fucking game, dude.
Oh,
really
AK.98 says WWE 2K and KFW. Stand up game for me.
That is a good call. Yeah. I feel like that's just so personal to Greg, and even the KFW stuff. KFW never did what I thought it was going to do. I really thought like we're going to do this and we're going to bring in so many people to watch it. It would be doing Game Showdown numbers, and it did not ever do Game Showdown numbers. Like, okay. A soft spot for sure. I loved that fucking thing. Alana Pierce, unbeatable.
Somebody says surprise, no mention of Sonic. I feel like if I was here during Sonic Mania time, then it'd be such a lock. But I don't think there's been a Sonic that's come out where both me and Tim are like fucking all about at the same time.
Because you were super into Frontiers and I wasn't.
Yeah. I really like Sonic Racing.
Shadow Generations, I feel like me and Raj, like there was a moment, but I don't think that it like, I think it was more like ethereal about Sonic than it was about one specific
Exactly. Like I think the Sonic thing that me and you and Roger are like all into agreeably is the movie.
Yeah.
The movies. But it's not a movie list.
One OLI that I want to shout out, Knockout City.
Oh.
That did take over our lives during the work from home era.
God, I love that game.
And that was a really fun multiplayer game that got us all together, even those of us who like weren't really part of like the Jabroni boys playing multiplayer games.
Yeah,
all the time.
100%. That's a great call.
Cameron Kennedy says Death Stranding 2 and Spider-Man are definitive to me. Dastro Force says Parasite Eve, which is great. Loyal Freak says Redfall. It got Phil Spencer on XCast. I feel like that's got to go on the editorial side.
No, but I appreciate it.
I do. What a moment that was.
I forget that I didn't get him on, right? Weren't we going to do it anyway? And he didn't cancel.
Redfall happened to come out.
He didn't cancel. And we were all like, oh, he's probably going to cancel it.
But like Redfall did, I think, amplify that interview.
Oh, no, it got the eyes on it for sure. Yeah. That's why I try to book Phil Spencer every week.
Just in case.
So just in case you fuck something up.
Co-op 64 says Mario Party, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and Starfield. Vince Patel says the D&D with Critical Role and Nick's One Shot.
I like that, but again, I it's fun to sit here and be like, what non-video games define it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get so many like, y'all need to do another D&D, and I'm like,
I want
fucking talk to Nick Scarpino, okay?
I'm trying to learn how to DM so I can make it happen. I'm tired of Nick just sitting there.
God, do something, Nick. Do a D&D thing again.
Huey says, can we add Mike's adventure in Kingdom Hearts?
No.
I mean, if anything, I'd do Final Fantasy X because Mike's journey with Final Fantasy X, it's one of those things of like, if y'all don't know, you need to watch that content. I've never seen a man fall in love with anything, video game or otherwise, more than the way that he talks about this game that I also love dearly. But it's like seeing him, that it might be the most special game playthrough stream in the history of mankind. Mike playing Final Fantasy X. And I'm not exaggerating or being hyperbolic at all. He was all in. And it's one of those things, I'm like, Mike's not going to fucking like this game. And he loved it.
Yeah, you never know what he's going to like.
As a person.
And that's why I know if he gives it an actual shot, he will love Expedition 33.
I know.
He says he is. This break.
Then Beaches says Last of Us 2 because the reaction review and spoiler cast. Yeah, I agree. Dean says, speaking of Awakenings, Mike's Final Fantasy VII remake, lore breakdowns, and Kingdom Hearts stream are some of my favorites. Broken Roses says Ding Dong XL.
I remember that. We loved that.
We gotta find for this playlist 1 or 2 standout episodes. Maybe I'll talk to Mike and maybe we'll get questions from chat, but like for this Thanksgiving playlist, figure out what the standout Elden Ring co-op playthroughs episodes should be. Maybe the ping gate. There was a big moment where we didn't know who was putting pings on the map. There was a big argument ensued. A lot of yelling.
I wouldn't even put it like, to me, it's the stream where we all realize Blessing's fear of hands. That early.
He was drunk when he chugged that thing of bourbon or
No, that was
Resident Evil.
Oh, spiders. That was
Resident Evil, yeah.
No,
him being drunk was Resident Evil. We're talking about a normal Elden Ring.
Yeah, it was just like a normal day stream. And like, to me, that's the first stream I think of for Elden Ring.
Creed says the final Elden Ring stream when Mike dressed like Anthony Fantano. He was trying things. He was trying stuff.
Were other
circle
people,
glasses.
Were other people fucking with Bucks Next the way we were fucking with Bucks Next? Remember Bucks Next?
I don't even know if all of us were fucking.
It was a song more than it was
That might
a
have been
game.
me and Greg.
Yeah. I think it was just this. I don't think it had that movement. No.
Sky says, I've got no game stab. I just want to say happy Thanksgiving to the crew. Hope y'all have a great holiday.
You
Thanks
too.
so much, Sky. And Grim says, thanks for all the content, guys. All right, so I feel like we can start to lock this in.
We have a comprehensive list here of games. Yeah. So right now, we had put in Nidhogg 2 and Emily's Away as locks.
Mm-hmm.
Then ones we've bolded that we've been all about, or that I bolded: Bloodborne, Metal Gear Solid 5, Death Stranding 2, The Last of Us, God of War 2018, Spider-Man.
Sony's first party.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
That's true, though.
Sifu is the one that Bless called out to be there.
Sifu's got to be there.
Yeah, I think so.
And then I think it's like those are ones we bolded, and then it might even be easier to go through and start eliminating.
Starfield has to be there.
I feel like that's such a Greg specific one though.
But like that just took over so much of our
We did do a however long stream. Not that I'm fighting for it.
Yeah, I guess we did. Yeah.
It's like this is the thing, especially I'll stand out of the argument because like I don't know, in the audience you can chime in or whatever. Like I think there's the argument to be made because of the gigantic stream. Then I think obviously I'm the only person in the industry who likes Starfield. And then like for me personally, coming up on 19 years doing this, like the Starfield one-man spoiler cast is my favorite thing I've ever done. Like any article, any video. Like I just am so proud of that and the narrative and the conversation. Like that'd be. But again, this isn't the games that define Greg Miller's thing. So I'm just putting out there.
I thought you were gonna say coming up on my 19th playthrough.
I
Still looking for Andrea.
I talked about this in Greg Way. I got to go see, I had a meeting with Bethesda and a bunch of other people, like other creators, where they showed us what they're working on for the future. And that's all I'm allowed to say. But I'm like,
Future of
Starfield. Yeah.
Oh, Starfield. Okay.
Yeah. I'm allowed to say that.
Cool.
I'm allowed to see that.
I don't know. I just meant the future.
Let's talk about Elder Scrolls. Yeah. You like Starfield? Stop talking about Starfield. Let's look at this. But anyways, I think then let's start working through the list we have now in either like axe them or think about them or whatever. Pico Park, I say, has got to go.
I think even the ones that you bolded already, I feel like we got to be a little bit more critical.
I agree, but I think we can.
I feel like those are all the editorial picks. We got to bold the gameplay.
I think we cut God of War. When I look at this list, I don't think that God of War is
I would cut
kinda
Last
funny.
of Us before God of War because I associate God of War and y'all's coverage of God of War and how much that meant to y'all in terms of like Kind of Funny as a company rather than Last of Us, which had come out a couple of years before Kind of Funny even started.
The Last of Us 2, The Last of Us show. Like, I feel like, how many times has Last of Us been in a headline for us? Like, probably more than anything else.
How many times before I joined the company, were you all using the same image of Kratos for thumbnails?
I mean, that was
Image of
every
him
outlet.
like that.
That was
every thumbnail.
People loved him. They couldn't get enough.
I mean, I can see maybe even both getting cut.
There's no way we cut Last of Us. Like that, I think The Last of Us is like the most obvious editorial thing.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that's MGS5 as editorial almost.
I think we cut God of War then.
I just think of how important that Cory Barlog spoiler cast was.
Yeah.
Like that was, I feel like the first time we did something like that as, I guess, as like whatever this modern team is, you know?
I mean, should we bold other things and see what we would replace?
That's what
it
I
with?
would say. I think this is first pass. We can come back to this argument and see how untenable this list is as we go. Because to move on, I would say Pico Park doesn't make it.
I agree.
Super Mario 3D World, I would say, doesn't make it. Because right underneath it's Warzone. I think Warzone has to make it.
I think Warzone has to make it.
And I mean, right now for make it, I'm going to put it into bold, the bold category. But I'll tell you right now, I think that and the Jabroni Boys, like that's such a defining thing.
I think 3D World there's a conversation.
Okay. Does anybody want to fight for Pico Park?
No, not.
I'm just going to delete it then.
Guitar by Chance wants to hear Cole's thoughts.
He's been asleep this entire podcast. Dropping fart bombs. He's fun. Lightning Reaction, I love on this list. I think it should be on this list.
Honestly,
then conversations begun of like, oh, a list that isn't games or whatever.
Well, I mean, it is a game. I think Lightning Reaction undeniably is on the list. Compared to so many of these things, it's Lightning Reaction.
I concur.
I think this list could maybe follow a trend that's been happening with Kind of Funny recently, in recent times, where instead of 10, we pick 15.
We are doing that nowadays.
We are doing that.
We are doing that nowadays.
Stop that. If you wanted to make that motion, you should have made it 4 months
We're
ago.
all putting 12 on the list.
No.
Yeah. You changed the headline to 15.
13, 15.
I mean,
I submitted top 125 games.
Nice.
I vote for keeping it to video games just because I think we're already in a place where it's tough
It's
to.
tough,
yeah.
We'll put it on the bold list, but I won't bold it, and we'll come back to it because I think again, as we start making harder choices, it's going to be hard. But I would, Connect 3 and 5 and Game Showdown, I would eliminate.
Me too.
Yeah.
They were nice conversations. Elden Ring,
Lightning reaction over that, huh? That's crazy.
Yeah,
it worked so hard.
100%. Sports Machin, I would kill.
Yeah.
Killer Queen, I would kill.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mario Party, I would leave for now. Elden Ring, I would kill, but I think that's a known.
I would kill. I mean, we had Bloodborne there.
My fingers off the pulse.
Yeah, we have Bloodborne
I
there.
think we kill Elden Ring.
Okay.
But I will say, like, just being, having a gigantic game and being told by your bosses, like, all right, you don't got to be on content for these 4 or 5 days. Just play the fuck out of this game.
Yeah.
It was just like the best time of my
Let me
life.
tell you about Tears of the Kingdom. The greatest 2 weeks of my life. I want to go back.
Towerfall, again, is a great pull and an honorable mention, and one that I think of a lot, but I think is
It's a good OLI, yeah.
Yeah.
Outside looking in right there.
I feel like a lot of these games, like Mount Your Friend's Ultimate Chicken Horse, are kind of represented by that Nidhogg 2
Yeah.
pick.
Oh shit, Mario Tennis Ace's birth. I mean, well, that didn't birth Johnny Ace, but like that's where he found his footing,
Unfortunately.
Mount Your Friends, I would drop. Chicken Horse, I would leave on the short list, but I'm wasting time. I know it won't cut it. I agree with Nidhogg being the one.
Yeah, I'm there too.
Friday the 13th, I would go to the mat for. Again, my favorite streams, my favorite Let's Plays, my obsession with that game that did infect content, but it was like, we did so much around Friday the 13th, and it was so fucking fun to be Jason.
It's funny because to me, I put Friday the 13th in the WWE category of just like, this is Greg loves this thing.
Yeah.
That I don't know that it ever got to the point that anyone else loved it nearly as much.
But I did force you all to play.
But I do think that one of the what's the word that I'm blanking on right now?
Asymmetrical.
Asymmetrical.
multiplayer.
I was thinking.
Oh, Predator Hunting Ground.
Predator Hunting
One of the asymmetrical games, like yes, like for sure, that is I think a kind of funny staple.
Do you go, and Predator is right underneath Friday the 13th. We did mention it. Do you go Predator
I'd
over?
go Predator.
I go Predator.
because
We
of
played that way
time
more.
of who the cast was, right? who was doing the Friday the 13th ones? It was literally what bodies could people even, like Andrea was there. Like, it's just like, who's in the room, you know? Whereas like Predator, I feel like there was a lot more buy-in.
And then
Remember
like
Nick
that's
just standing on the fucking ground as Predator?
Looking up at the trees.
and that was also the saga of like Al, the Predator tribesman, like actually like he'd been like a character through KFAF almost because he was someone who'd regularly write in, but then that game became this whole like story with all of you and having this regular cast. Yeah, I could see Predator.
All right, for shortlist, I'll leave Predator. Then yeah, Starfield, Marvel's Avengers. You're in the same ballpark of these are Greg obsessed things.
I'd go Starfield over Avengers, I think, in terms of.
I would too. I mean, you all had to hear me talk about Avengers a lot, but even in the grand scheme of things, I think it was maybe not as much as we think it was. We can leave Starfield there. Mario Kart
Starfield
8
has to be there.
Mario Kart 8. Smash Bros. I think you're in the same boat of I would leave them on the short list. I don't know how they do. Sin 2 Nerdle, I would kill.
Yeah, me too.
Overcooked is on here. I would kill it as well.
Yeah.
I mean, we love Overcooked and we've played a lot of it. We make Joey real mad with it. Life is Strange, Knockout City. Great call outs, but kill him. Yeah.
All right. So what's this leave us with?
How many is that?
Oh, Benny, what are you doing? Kevin.
17. We have 17 games. We need to cut 7 of them.
This dog's at
It's tough, man.
This dog does not understand that someone is doing something back there behind the curtain.
Ignore the man behind the curtain.
I told you it was Kev.
I mean,
it's Kev dog.
The top 10 we have here, because we have in the top 10 right now, we have Nidhogg 2, Emily is Away, Bloodborne, MGS 5, Death Stranding 2, Last of Us, God of War 2018, Spider-Man, Sifu, and COD Warzone.
I think it
like, I still think we can get rid of God of War and bring in something else.
Looking at our most popular videos of all time, not that this is necessarily the end all be all, but it is interesting because obviously at number 1 we have Guitar Hero Live. But number 2, we have Last of Us 2 spoiler cast, and that there's a pretty definitive drop off after that views wise. Like we go from almost 1 million down to like under 500,000. But we get into Metal Gear Solid 5, Phantom Pain. There's a couple of them in the top 10 videos. Phil Spencer's interview for Redfall, but God of War spoiler cast right behind that. And then there's surprising amount of Horizon stuff here.
We didn't even bring up Horizon. I feel like that's
we didn't. No. This is the
y'all act like y'all hated that game. We
no,
all love Horizon. We can't turn on it because it's a popular thing to do.
I just had such a bad taste on my mouth at the end of the second game.
That's fair.
Such a bad taste in my mouth.
And then I played the fucking VR game. It was a worse taste.
It tasted worse.
Jesus.
When do you play this?
Got real mad.
When do you play this mobile one?
But blessing, I've always been a Horizon hater, so
Thank you. At least somebody here is honest. Does Sifu hang?
That's what I'm thinking, because like I feel like right now that top 10 is so weighted heavily to the like
coverage
side. I don't feel like we have enough of the Mario Party, Mario Kart 8.
I agree.
The thing about Sifu though is like I do think that it is a unique to us. We loved it, and it was editorially covered by us. But then also there was the race stream, which was like very creative and awesome, and we all put our all in. And like that is a very uniquely kind of funny thing. Like I don't think any other outlet could have done a 4-person Sifu race.
Beat the game
and present it the way we did at the time. So like, that was shout out to Kev. That was crazy.
That was crazy technologically.
I feel like out of the bottom 7 we have here, I feel like Mario 3D World has to be there. If I'm picking one,
I would go Party or Kart 8 over 3D World.
I would cut Party. I feel like Party is
a punchline.
It's something we do, but it's not who we are.
That's fair. That's fair.
I agree with that. So let's cut Party.
Feel that in my soul.
And I would go Mario Kart 8 over World. But again,
I think
I'm giving up the Wii.
I didn't watch the streams, but I've seen the glow in their eyes. Like they would come into the weekly meetings, talking about like, man, that Mario 3D World stream. It seemed like they're. It seemed like such a great time that I feel like it has to be on the list.
It's a weird thing where the 3D World stream is, I think, some of the best content we've ever made. and it's so good, but it was just that one thing, you know? Like, we could never recapture.
Chad is very about it. World over Kart. I think World stays. 3D World was so special.
Yeah, it's just Kart, I feel like, had more iconic moments with us throughout time. But I also think our list is pretty heavily weighted towards those early days at this point.
Yeah. So I think as we look at this list, personally, I would say you can kill Starfield, you can kill Smash Brothers. We're having such detailed conversations. Smash the Dunce never.
I can't imagine cutting Smash.
Cutting Smash is tough.
Well, I just did it
because of the reactions.
That's the thing is, I feel like Smash has to be there.
Yeah, Smash has to be there. The reactions are just too strong for it. You should play it more.
I think you cut Lightning reaction. It's the only non-video game.
Yeah,
I'm down for that.
Yeah, start making space for time.
Yeah,
at least this was 14 here.
Yeah.
God, this gets really hard.
I feel like Last of Us, God of War, and Spider-Man
was egregious.
Is kind of egregious.
I agree.
Just call it Sony.
Because I feel like
I'm saying cut God of War.
They all do the same thing, or not the same thing, but they all do very similar things as far as what they mean to kind of funny.
I'm okay with cutting God of War.
I'm also okay with cutting God of War.
Have we thought about Death Stranding 2?
I think Death Stranding has to be there.
I think it has to be there. I think that
I think more of their IRL, or not IRL, but like them being in that room content more so the game itself.
Dude, but Caroline Polachek. That's so huge.
And the treadmill stream. I feel like there's just like there's a lot there that just
Yeah. Okay.
Mike his body got loose. He peed on the couch.
Because even if it is the story, Barrett, it's one of the best stories of all time.
Yeah.
Like the combination of the Caroline Polachek and Snow Mike goes big. Like, come on, man.
That's fair.
Oh, this is so tough, though.
I feel like Predator has to go.
I don't know, man. I think Predator's like, I think it's very core to who we are.
Is that more core than? Oh, is World gone?
No,
yeah. No, sorry.
Oh, yeah, it's right there. I feel like World is more. I feel like when looking at the streaming gameplay games, I feel like Predator is last on the list, right? Because Warzone is for sure on there. I feel like World is for sure on there.
As a member of the voting public, and just whatever. I think personally, what I would do is cut Sifu, Kart, and Smash Brothers, and then you'd have that 10 there. And I could even see cutting The Last of Us.
I would cut The Last of Us. I would cut The Last of Us only because I feel like Spider-Man does the same thing Last of Us is doing, but they're in the fucking video game.
Yeah.
And that's crazy.
Yeah.
And you mentioning, Tim, that like Mario Party is a thing we do. Like, I know that like Last of Us, massive views for us, but like I still don't necessarily think of us as like, the last, I don't know.
Oh, man, I could not disagree more. I feel like people didn't like season 2. So everyone's a little like, about Last of Us.
Oh, the TV show. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I like season.
It's not even that. Like, I don't know. Personally, I don't think of The Last of Us when I think of Kind of Funny as a group. I think of these other games. Like, if we're talking about the other PlayStation games, I think more about Spider-Man, Bloodborne, Metal Gear Solid 5. I know that's a bit more.
I think Last of Us are Kind of Funny more than even Metal Gear Solid 5.
Me too.
But I think Metal Gear Solid 5 is just more foundational to what the company's done. But like when I think Kind of Funny, if you were to ask me what's a game that Kind of Funny loves, I would say Last of Us.
Yeah. Okay, that's true.
I could see it would hurt, but I could see Sifu going.
Remember when Nick and I streamed Last of Us and I got so hung up on the beans?
Never got so mad. Like, do we start looking at these and going, which of these are more particular to like fewer members?
Yeah.
Like, should we start looking at things of like, okay, everybody was in on this thing, and then keep those things? Because I feel like Sifu might have been more of a me, Tim, Barrett. Well, Andy loves Sifu as well, right?
I love Sifu.
Again, it was number 3 on that list that year.
Yeah, it was number 3.
I mean, you mentioning that, Buzz, I'm looking at Bloodborne.
I would keep Bloodborne because even though it's like U2, it's like U3 or whatever, but I think what that meant for Kind of Funny going forward in terms of what we fuck with in terms of video games.
My one argument against Bloodborne is that when I think Bloodborne, I think of Tam. You know, I don't think of our guys.
It's more of like
I think of Andy.
I think of Andy.
I think of him. Well, every review thinking or every state of play is like Bloodborne remaster, but you know, like that has like staying power. But to me, I think Bloodborne is so foundational. But if we were to go with a Souls game, it would be Elden Ring over that.
I think if you remove Bloodborne from the Kind of Funny timeline, our gameplay coverage looks completely different.
Yeah.
I agree with that. But I don't know that Bloodborne defines us.
I guess if I'm going by the,
changed
I think I'll just to shout out, get a spot going. Like I think of Friday the 13th. So if Predator is on this list and we're not feeling, I think we're getting down to hard choices here. Predator was great streams. I think Friday the 13th were better streams. But I mean, like,
if I can confess something, I hated being on those Predator streams.
you're fucking.
I didn't. I wanted to leave. I didn't just leave it there. I didn't have the heart to say that I didn't want to play Predator. I was still new at the company.
With both of those, I don't know if either of those hang with 3D World, Kart, or Smash Bros.
No, I'm not saying put Friday the 13th in. I'm saying cut Predator.
Yeah.
I'm saying we got to start making some choices.
I see what you're saying.
I got some frozen pizza out there I want to eat before this goddamn Argrader stream.
I see what you're saying, yeah.
I'm not going to fight for Predator, so I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
All right, so we need to cut 2 more.
I'll say something controversial.
Oh, shoot.
Does Emily is Away hang?
I was right there with you.
I'm right with you.
Like when we look at this list,
I feel like Nidhogg is that early Let's Play whatever.
Yeah.
Emily is Away are super special.
Yeah.
And they are a great definition of how weird and goofy we get on streams and drunk. Hyphy stupid, but you know.
Never say that again.
Damn.
Please.
Every time, Greg, it does something internally to me that I can't get back.
It's permanent damage.
Oh, man.
Yeah, fucking too tall over here.
Again, I know that we have to
Joey Noel, I hated that.
we have to make a list of 10, but like I feel like Emily is Away is just too.
Chat's with you. Chat seems like they're still in it.
You cut Nidhogg.
I'm okay with cutting him.
Nidhogg was so, I think, no, I refuse. Nidhogg has been such a constant of us constantly. If Nidhogg had stopped the way IDARB did or Towerfall did or whatever, like the games we played back in the day that we really, even Super Sports Machin, right? But like that is one.
We played at the studio opening.
Yeah.
That's crazy that it lasted that long.
Yeah,
you know?
no, you can't get rid of that.
And I would think about The Last of Us.
I'd cut Emily's Away.
I'm not against it. But again, I think it's still.
I think Emily is Away goes in the same line as like a lot of other really awesome streams.
So let's have this conversation then. Let's go back to Mario Kart 8. We love Mario Kart. Mario Kart's great. Barrett and Tim are fucking gods at Mario Kart. Like, we played a lot of Mario Kart, but I don't. And like the Zyger clip, sure, but I don't remember. Like,
it's like Mario Party. It's something we do.
It doesn't.
But
I think it's different. I think Mario Kart is different. Mainly because like the early days of those Let's Plays of how often we would go back and like how big a deal. Again, the hot pepper stuff and all that, but
I
I'm willing
see it
to
as a little bit of an in between Mario Party and Smash Bros. Like I would keep Smash. Like I would cut Kart before Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
I think Smash Bros spans the other facets of the company. Where
I'm down for that.
Gameplay plus reactions plus coverage and talking about it.
So let's cut Kart, which seems crazy.
Yeah.
Now you just got to get one out of here.
Yeah.
I'd cut Sifu.
I was gonna say, is it Sifu?
I would cut Sifu. Yeah.
That hurts.
It hurts, but I think
it's hard for me to look at any of the other ones.
I just I would cut Emily is Away before Sifu. Because I also think Emily is Away is joining a lot of other stuff in like older classic Kind of Funny.
Cameron Kennedy is threatening violence. If you cut Emily is Away, people will burn the studio over Thanksgiving.
I would cut Sifu.
He knows where the studio is.
Personally, like still a GOAT Let's Play. Emily is Away.
Yeah.
Looking at this list of like, now that we're so close, I want this list to be something that we're proud of, right? That when we post this online, that it does say something. We're like, yeah, I stand by that. And with that, I want to keep Emily is Away and Sifu. And I'm saying this, I'm willing to lose 3D World.
I don't think
to
that's
make
a move.
that call.
I would say 3D World does feel like a moment in time with like a small group of people within Kind of Funny.
Yeah.
Similar to a Predator.
But similar to Sifu as well.
Yeah.
All right, the chat's saying cut Sifu.
Put it on the poll.
Remind me why Spider-Man. I guess we're in the game. That's why.
And the spoiler cast.
And the spoiler cast.
The coverage. Breakdowns.
That was like one of my. I think Spider-Man 1 was like one of the first things I went to go cover.
I say cut Sifu. Yeah. I'm with the chat on this one. Again, Sifu, I think we all liked in the when I think of Sifu and I think it's Kind of Funny, I think of the head-to-head stream y'all did. That was very technically impressive and cool.
If we cut Sifu, let's cut 3D World and bring back Mario Kart. That's the last thing I'll input there.
All right. I'm going to say I've been defending Last of Us to my dying breath, and I still do, but I'd cut Last of Us before Sifu.
Really?
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Can't help you on that one. We've done so much coverage of it.
What if we rename the title of this to Games That Define Kind of Funny, brought to you by Sifu?
I'm okay with that.
What if we just rename it? We put it in the graphic, put it in like the text.
Hold on. There is a poll up. What is the poll? I can't see.
It's going to be,
what do we
cut? And it's going to be what, Sifu or World?
Is that the combo?
That was when he said, "Hey, do the poll." That's what we said. Yeah. Sifu. What do we cut? Sifu or World? Sifu is 75% right now. This is
number
Twitch.
3. It was number 3 on our list that year.
God, what a good game.
Not a bad, but yeah, but there's a lot.
We do lists every
What was
year.
number 1 on the list that year?
What was number 1?
God of War Ragnarok. Is
There
that
you
on our
go.
list?
Didn't make on the list. There you go. I'm
Fucked
cutting
up.
Sifu,
Damn.
and the
Fucked
deal
up.
is done.
And then let's replace 3D World with Kart.
No.
I like 3D World there better. I just like that game.
I think Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart is better than God of War Ragnarok.
I hate you.
Let us know in the comments.
Well, no, we got to read through it real quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
What you think about our list, which is number 1, Nidhogg 2. Number 2, Emily is Away. 3, Bloodborne. 4, Metal Gear Solid 5. 5, Death Stranding 2. 6, The Last of Us. 7, Spider-Man. 8, COD Warzone. 9, Super Mario 3D World. And 10, Super Smash Brothers. Let us know what we missed, what you agree with, what you disagree with, all of that. And play Sifu. That's the most important takeaway of all of this.
Yep.
Until next time, I love you all.
Remember that third level?
Happy Thanksgiving.
You
See you at the stream. We're going to be bad.